Why are we doing this?
That looks better. No, we're doing work.
This sucks. You just want to end up with a conviction on your record? Is that what you want to do?
She bomb forfeited for almost 2 years.
Your Honor, yes, there was a PTI offer. She got bombed for me.
How many times?
It was for over a year. She got picked up on a traffic stop.
Right out the gate. This isn't just courtroom talk, this is a wake-up call. That moment you hear, you just want to end up with a conviction on your record, it's not rhetorical. Judges say that, but what they mean is, your future is on life support, and you're the one pulling the plug. What would you do if your whole life came down to one decision in a courtroom?
I believe it was January of 23.
You said what I'm doing with my life?
Yeah.
I got a job. I'm gonna go back to school.
Baloney. Kiss it all goodbye. Not with a conviction, not with an evading conviction. You might as well just quit everything. When you end up with conviction on your record, you continually hose yourself. Not only that,
Let's break this down legally. Enhanceable offense means this isn't just a one-time mistake, it's a ticking time bomb. If she gets in trouble again, it automatically escalates to a felony. That's the kind of label that follows. You forever. Jobs, apartments, even college. One misstep becomes a lifelong record. Fair? Maybe not. But it's real.
this is the one that's an enhanceable offense. Meaning, you pick up another one of these cases, you'll be charged with a felony offense for the rest of your life. I'm not taking. No. How old are you? I'm not doing it. No. Shoot, ruin her life at 18? I'm not going to do it.
What's the
I
alternative?
don't know. I'm big.
All for her. All for her.
You know, sometimes we have to save people from themselves because you're your own worst enemy. Did you graduate from high school?
Yes.
What do you want to do with the rest of your life?
You said what?
What do you do with the rest of your life? You have your whole life ahead of you. And, you know, you're going nowhere fast. You've failed to appear here at least three. I mean,
It was twice in the original.
Listen closely to this part. There was an amazing deal on the table. A PTI, pretrial intervention, which is like a legal second chance. But she ghosted for a year. Imagine getting a golden ticket and tossing it in the trash. Why do you think people sabotage themselves when help is offered?
they shouldn't try to keep it on.
I can't hear you say it again.
They shouldn't try to keep it on.
Probation's not going to keep it off the record, and they didn't offer a deferred.
Would you
I'll
still,
do it.
would you still,
Based on the court saying, I'll do it.
what about this, the other one?
Judge, I just don't feel comfortable with the PTI. We offered that. She took off after we offered PTI.
Now this is where the tide turns. She's showing up, working, staying clean, and here's the emotional curveball. She's 18, a teenager trying to adult her way out of a deep hole. Can she climb out, or is it too late? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you give her another shot?
I just don't feel comfortable with PTI.
You know, the thing is that you had this great offer, like when you first got here, where had you done like a rinky-dink class, maybe just a tiny bit of community service, they would have dismissed the case. But you've been gone for again a year. You've taken off multiple times, and it's like we have to beg you to get a dismissal on this case. Do you see something wrong with that?
I didn't have to beg you to come. I had to be in court twice. The first one I didn't have to.
This might be the most powerful part of the hearing. The judge is speaking directly to her, not just as a defendant, but as a person. He says, "You're killing yourself. because society doesn't forgive easily, especially if you're a minority with a record. Let that sink in.
Prepared for court. The second one, I didn't know I had to be in court until the day of at 8:30 something a.m. and I was at school taking a STAR test, district test at school. It was raining that day. I don't know. Past that, I didn't know I had a warrant. Since then, I've been having a job. I graduated high school. I've been having a job for all these for the year and a half I've been here. I haven't got in no trouble. Yes, I'm still working. I have a full-time job. I just got off of work 7:30 today.
Let's see what else we can do, you know? I'm willing to give you as much time as you need, Aaron.
I'll talk to her.
But I don't want you to fail now at 18 and hurt yourself worse than you are. It's really hard living in today's society as a minority. And when you start racking up convictions, all you're doing is you're killing yourself. You know, when people see these, when you try to get a job, you try to get a loan, you try to get an apartment, they're going to use this against you all day. And it's not going to help. I'm willing to give you as much time as you need. I don't want to hold it against you now that you've been gone. I'm willing to give you time. Talk about it with Eric, see what we can do. But you need to think about your future because you only get one shot at life. You don't get multiple times. We all make mistakes. I get it. The idea is that you learn from this now so it doesn't continue to happen. You and I have had this conversation now. So if it happens again where you take off, because I'm going to notate everything we're talking about, you take off on me again, you start acting or doing crazy stuff out there, I will have absolutely no sympathy for you. But I'm trying to reach out to you now so you don't ruin what you have left. This life is about one thing. It's about money.
Here's the lifeline. They're giving her 2 weeks to prove herself. No drugs, no weapons, just show up and work. Sounds simple, right? But in the justice system, even a second chance is a luxury. What do you think? Will she rise to the challenge or disappear again?
And if you have it, it's a great life. And you get that with knowledge, with education. If you don't have money, this life sucks. Trust me. You understand? Take your time.
Speak for himself. But we have come to a tentative agreement.
I think at the minimum, defer is,
For Thanksgiving.
or unless you want to do something else. What are you thinking, Stinking?
Can we get one reset to see if it shows up? I will reconsider not offering PTI.
Can you mark it so that, okay.
I watch it.
Come up, ma'am. Are you mom?
Yes.
Come on up. Thank you so much for coming. They need a little bit of time to think about whether they're going to re-offer the intervention program for her. It's a great deal where you do just a little bit of work, the case gets dismissed, doesn't go on your record. They want a little bit of time to make sure that she's going to come back. She's going to take it seriously. If she does, they're going to reconsider the offer. How much time do you guys want? You tell me how much. Done. Okay, we're going to set this off for 2 weeks. I don't want you to use alcohol. I don't want you to use drugs. I don't want you to be in possession of any weapons. I just want you to work and be productive. And if you do, and if you show up to court, good things happen. Do you understand? I'm not asking for much. All right, so let's set off 2 weeks. We'll have you come back and then hopefully, all right? Okay.